Making a multiplayer game sucks. Multiplayer games have plagued the world from Minecraft to Black Ops to GTA 5, and making them really sucks. Today we're continuing development from the last video, and oh my god, why did I do this to myself?
Oh my god, bro.
So in the last episode, we left off with something you can't even call a game. Well, you can't really call it anything. Since then, we've made a lot of progress, for a multiplayer game that is, because for everything you have to do, you have to sync it up manually with the other player. And look at me, do you think I know what I'm doing? I swear ChatGPT is writing half of the code, and I wish I was joking. If you're wondering why my hand movements and I'm not moving around that much, is this setup is kind of trash, and it's 4 a.m. and I want to go to bed. Anyways, I first fixed saying jump once equaling somehow 3 jumps for the player. I think it'd be funny if whatever someone says, it comes out of their head. So I worked on that, and of course, it never just works. You have to make sure that it syncs between Jimmy, Johnny, and Patimichi. Since I was pretty stuck on this, I decided to download a new code editor that integrates ChatGPT into the editor, and it recently got YC funding, which congratulations. Something a lot of game development YouTubers don't show you is the pain of rebuilding. So since I'm testing only 2 clients right now to see if everything syncs over to each other, I have to rebuild each client each time I want to test something. Like if I change one line of code, I have to rebuild and it'll take like 15 seconds per client, so that's 30 seconds of waiting for one line of code change that might not even have fixed the problem. And doing this over and over again to see if you actually fix the problem, it makes you want to just slam your head against the wall over and over and over again. After getting the wah done, I took a look at what I could chop off my to-do list, and it seemed there was a lot to do. So guess what that means? Procrastinate. I've literally said jump so many times during this video. Please smash subscribe for my suffering. The approach right now I'm taking to development is basically do anything it takes to ship the product faster, because I don't even know how much demand there actually is for this game, and I don't want to waste too much time developing it if it ends up being nothing. But that's also a double-edged sword because the code organization is kind of cooked, like everything's kind of rushed. It's not as bad as Yandere Dev, but no, if you didn't know, the CEO of ChatGPT, the people behind OpenAI, was seen driving a $4 million hypercar, Koenigsegg. And honestly, he deserves it. Like, this guy's carrying this entire generation through college, university, making their websites, games. And for some reason, it took me until development to realize that Lethal Company and other games like that, like Chain Together, have proximity chat. And that makes it much easier to go viral, and also it just makes for a better game. It's more fun. You can play with strangers. So I tried implementing it, and this happened. So I'm gonna leave it for now, honestly. Then I started creating a game for the character, for the game, because a bean is pretty bland. So then I went to Google, and I did not take inspiration from anything at all. Here's me doing some mad work on the character design. I'm so goated. Oh my god. I literally don't know what I'm doing, so don't be too harsh on me here, but yeah. Wow, he's a taco. What am I doing? What are you doing? Seriously, what the Now, I don't want to publish an R-rated game to Steam, so let's give our blank boys some clothes. And again, no inspiration from anywhere at all. Dude, I'm so sleepy, I'm starting to see things. So I drew the clothes, but actually putting them onto the character was difficult because we established this already, I literally don't know what I'm doing. I had to map the texture image file over the character somehow. If you've ever UV mapped something in Blender or any other program before, you know I'm doing a horrible job. This is actually disgusting. What is that? Anyways, I drilled some holes into his face and inserted some eyes into his body. Look who's a little cutie. Then I rigged him up, broke his arms, and put him into the game. Yep, that's peak gameplay right there. I animated him so much so it doesn't look like this. Wow, such a great improvement.
What the hell?
What is this, bro? What is he doing?
God.
And yeah, of course, the animations didn't sync across clients because you would have to do that manually. See the theme going on here? So after a bunch of research while doom scrolling the Unity forums at 3 a.m. Why do I do all of this so late? I don't know. And of course, banging my head against the wall because I'm like half asleep doing this work. as well as because of the compile times are crazy. I finally got it synced between clients. Yay! So then I need some lore and something interesting to bring people into the game, so I went to 11 Labs and cooked up something in the labs.
Welcome! This is our wonderful lab, and we will all get to know each other well.
I added some dialogue for tutorial character basically. And after just having a floor for like an episode and a half, I started working on like a progressible level so that the game will actually be interesting. And unfortunately, another thing you have to do that you don't even think about is removing the player clipping through walls, because otherwise, well, you can see how trash the game actually is behind the scenes. Here's the first prototype of the first level. Basically, before I was using a simple script that moves the camera around with my mouse, but there's a pretty cool package called Cinemachine, which lets you adjust your camera movements pretty easily. And guess what that means? Less programming for me. So I let Cinemachine do its thing, and it didn't really turn out well. After that, I was motivated to participate in violent activities after listening to a Ken Carson track. So I decided to commit a felony. After a lot of adjustments, the camera still wasn't alright, and it got worse. I don't even know what this is, like. But eventually, I got it just right. And notice how the camera does not clip through the wall anymore. If you've seen my other older game dev videos, you know I love my water jokes. But this time, it's not a joke. It's real water this time. Yeah, so basically the plan is that she'll start yapping her dialogue, then the wall will open, and then the players will move to the next platform, which is gray. And then I'll teach them how to jump with voice commands and so on, and progressively we'll scale up the difficulty of the tests. Pretty standard game design. Thanks for the feedback on the last video. It seems people do like this video style, so I'll try to keep it up. Just know that making games does take quite a bit of time. Like, most bugs are quick fixes, but other ones require like a night's rest, and there's a lot of banging my head against the wall in that process. Anyways, thanks for watching.